victorious Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee State are with us. Darnell Harris, Reggie Upshaw, Perrin Buford represent the student body. Coach Kermit Davis will start off with a statement, then we'll go to questions for all four individuals up here. Coach, please.
Thank you. I mean, it was a spectacular day for Middle Tennessee State University and our fans and our players. Our players did such a tremendous job with our coaches. You know, have so much respect for Tom and following Michigan State basketball from afar for a lot of years. His culture nationally is what we're all trying to aspire to get to. So you beat a team that's so well coached, and their runs were terrific. I mean, our guys just answered every run, the way we distributed the ball, and these guys right here were fantastic. So just tell you, it was a great day. But our guys had a belief that we could win. I know it sounds maybe cliche as a coach, but they did. They had a great belief all week in the preparation.
Start with the questions right here in the aisle for everyone.
Coach Davis, it's really the simplest question I can ask you. What does a win like this do for the Middle Tennessee program?
Well, it's just, you know, it's so much national attention. And, you know, on CBS, you know, on a Friday afternoon, and when you beat a team that, you know, I did. When you started scouting them, you said there's no question it's one or two or three teams you thought for sure has a chance to win the national championship. And to do it on that kind of stage, it's a lot. It's a great day for our whole university.
On the aisle.
Yes, for any of the players, but Reggie first, how big was it to jump out 15-2 like you did today?
Reggie, Reggie first, then Perrin. We'll get two answers. Go ahead.
Just to jump out like that, it was huge for our team. Anytime that you can kind of jump out on a team that's known for their defense, like we did, it just gives the whole team a boost of momentum. I mean, it started on the defensive end. We put the switches into the game. We guarded them really well, and then we rebounded the ball.
And for me, based off coming off what Reggie said, coming out like that with a lot of energy and a lot of passion, and we just put the scout right into the game. And all my teammates, including myself, we weren't scared of the moment, and Coach been preaching it all week. Just do what got us here, and that's what we did.
Right here in the middle.
Darnell, you averaged 7 points in the month of March, but came up big tonight, especially from three-point land. Tell me, what was it Coach said before this game? I know he stressed all week that you had to have a big game in order for this to happen. You know, what did he tell you before the game, and really, what was the turning point tonight?
He just told me just keep playing. You know, my teammates believe me, my coach believed me, and he told me I always have to play big for us to go and get this win tonight. And you know, I just came out confident. And guarded and rebounded, and I made shots that came with it.
Reggie, I saw you after the game. You were hugging your friends and family in the crowd. What was it like to get a win like this in front of your family like that?
It was probably one of the best moments that I've been able to share with, like, my dad and my brother going through my athletic career. For them to drive all the way up here 7 hours, it really meant a lot just to see them in the crowd. And I could tell once we started playing, or once we jumped out, and after we actually won, I could just tell that they were all proud of what I've accomplished and what my teammates have accomplished.
Left-hand side.
Yeah, this is for Coach Davis. What did you guys do defensively to hold Forbes and Valentine to 9 of 23 shooting tonight?
You know, who we are is we change defenses. We really thought after watching it, they run so much good offensive action against man that we're going to do a lot of switching. So we started the game 1 through 5 switching. And then, you know, we play a 1-3-1 trapping zone defense. We do that on made baskets. In the second half, you see how downhill they play. And so what it does, it'll just kind of contain. It did early, you know, that with the switching, got them a little bit out of rhythm. Then our 13s slowed them down in the first half. Second half, they pitched it ahead so well. I think it was just a changing of defenses, and the biggest key was that, you know, we were close rebounding. We only got beat 2. We're up 1 rebounding at the half, and that was really kind of the key stat.
Right there.
Perrin, was there any sort of a point that you guys just kind of knew that you guys just had it wrapped up?
I mean, we came into the game thinking we were going to win. We put in a lot of hard work, and coaches, they did their job doing the scout, and we put it right into the game. So I think it was kind of like 3 minutes left in the game. It was a huge possession. We were up 3, and we came up with a huge rebound and went down and ran some good offense. And I was like, okay, yeah, we really got this. And I was like, guys, all the pressure's on them. I was like, we just here just try to have fun and let's get it done.
First row, gentlemen.
Kermit, a couple things. One, in the second half, even when they made a couple runs at you, you guys seemed to stay aggressive. You were trying to push it off makes, things like that. How hard is that to do, in this position when you're the big underdog and yet you're leading them? And also, as a coach, you come into a game like this with a plan of, how you think you might be able to beat them. At what point did you sort of see it unfolding the way you might have hoped?
Well, I thought in the first 5 minutes that we saw that the switching slowed him down. And then just like he's such a great coach, and then we knew that he'd finally get rhythm against switching, and they took advantage of some low post scoring with Costello in the second half. But I've just been around these guys all year. I mean, we've gone through some injuries, some different things. They've been a consistent team, and they're poised. And a team like us, you see the size of these guys, and they're so interchangeable. In college basketball, all those guys can make a three. They can drive the ball. They're skilled off the dribble. That's a hard matchup for a lot of people in college basketball. So we felt comfortable. We felt confident. It was going to be tough, but and we did. Pairing with about 3.5 minutes, we looked at each other and said, "Guys, let's enjoy this. Let's have fun right here." Somebody told us they'd made a run that we're up 3 with 3.5, 4 minutes to go. We'd take that every day. And I think they just played relaxed and real confident.
Next question is from underneath the lights, way in the back.
Obviously today culminates, but it's a body of work. At what point, and maybe for parents since you're a senior, at what point during the season or the course of preseason did you guys kind of realize that this would be the year or could be the year?
I mean, I think it all started in the summer. Going back to the Bahamas trip we had, I feel like me and my teammate, we just became so close and just really took it to a new level, and we just seen all the hard work we put in just unfold. And then I think it was against Western Kentucky, we had lost or whatever like that, and the loss really touched the team, and we just told each other, like, hey, we got each other's back, and let's do this now, and that's what we've been doing.
Right-hand side, gentlemen.
Did anybody up there fill out a bracket? It's not, I mean, the president does it. It's not illegal or anything. And if so, how far did you have Middle Tennessee going?
I didn't.
I didn't either.
I mean, I filled out a bracket, but I didn't finish it. But I called the upset. And I called the Arkansas Little Rock upset.
We did have a second. I got an email, and Chris Massar, AD. We got a second grader. I guess everybody in their class probably got a team picked. And Mary, she emailed us and said that we got Middle Tennessee. I'm sure they took it home to their mom and dad and they laughed, But so we got one second grader in the email. I got to go check the email that had Middle Tennessee in the first round.
Back here in the middle.
Coach, after such a huge win and upset, will you guys embrace the title of Cinderella? So many have already called you that following this win.
We talked about it this week, and I mean, there's just such great college stories in this time of the year every year. We looked at it, I said, guys, why not Middle Tennessee? I mean, it's going to be something after this weekend. It's going to have a great moment, a great weekend. These guys believed it, and you can't just say it. You got to practice it. And we had a great week of preparation, so we gave ourselves the best chance.
Down front.
Kermit, you've been at MTSU a long time, and you didn't have that sort of breakthrough NCAA tournament win for until now.
Right.
How did you sort of survive that part of the coaching profession where, people may get impatient and say, why aren't you, doing this? They see all the teams that win these kinds of games. Sort of go back through that journey, if you would, and how you survived that.
That's a great question. I grew up in a coaching family. My dad was a head coach at Mississippi State for years, and this is what all I've ever done, and I've worked for some great coaches. The president who hired me, Sidney McPhee, is still my president. And we're really good friends. I've had 2 outstanding athletic directors, Coach Donnelly, who hired me, and Chris Massaro, who is here. And it's administration that appreciated. We've got 100% graduation rate. We've graduated about 40 guys in a row. And these guys have represented our team in the community for long periods of time. It's almost staying power, if you will, all the little things. And our community and our administration appreciates that. And now, it's almost like I used the example of Frank Beamer at Virginia Tech, and it just took him a while. He had supportive administration, and now our players have gotten really good over the last 5, 6, 7 years. We've won a ton of games, but you just got to be thankful for a great administration, supportive community.
We are halfway through the session, and we have 3 questions up. One here, and then one in back of you, Karen. Go.
For any of the players, when you really see people picking Michigan State, crowning them champions before they even step on the court, what mindset does that give you guys, and what's your message to the people that really picked Michigan State to win the whole thing and they're not even playing a game yet?
Darnell first, then Reggie, please.
We really didn't pay too much attention to that. We just came and practiced every day, prepared to get a win this week. We knew Michigan State was a great team. Everybody had them winning, but we knew if we came out and played our game, we had a great chance.
Like what Darnell said, whenever you see a team like Michigan State, you hear a lot about them throughout the course of the year, but you can't let that psych you out. I thought that we had a couple of the greatest practices that we've had all year, even though there wasn't a lot of contact in the practices or anything like that. A lot of the guys were still focused mentally. So even whenever you see people picking Michigan State before we even started to play the game, I think it adds a little motivation, a little determination, or I know it did for myself and these guys right here. So anytime you see that, it just adds motivation.
Right-hand side, gentlemen.
Nick Osen, University of Wisconsin Student Radio. Darnell, great game today. What does it mean to have transferred twice, once from a smaller school in Wisconsin like Whitewater, to come out here today, perform so well on such a big stage, and get a win over a team that many people did have at least making it far, if not winning it all today?
I mean, it's great. It made the journey worth it. I had a lot of stops to get here, and I loved every stop. I appreciate what all the coaches did for me, and I feel like without them, I wouldn't be here right now. So I just take great appreciation into my journey.
Back on the left.
For Coach Davis, with such a quick turnaround, how do you guys prepare for that 2-3 zone of Syracuse?
Yeah, I think that it's obviously a totally different game. Big zone, we've all watched it, and we scouted it today, and we'll go back and get started in the scout. The biggest thing, you got to guard them too. They got some excellent perimeter players. We'll get right into it. Jim has done a great job in it for so many years, and what happens is like Dayton gets a good feel, and their team will really adapt to what you run. So you've got to have some flexibility in zone offense. But again, I think we'll use this versatility right here against the zone to try to play in and out.
All the way in the back.
Coach, what went through your mind when that final buzzer sounded?
I thought about my dad because he couldn't be here. He's got a little touch of pneumonia. He's 80. My mother couldn't come. But, I looked straight across. My wife and Betty and Claire and Allie and my brother and sister were here and some good pals. So it's just a lot of things that go through it, and the families and the coaches' wives. And I felt, I guess, a tremendous joy really for Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee State University, just knowing what the national recognition. We've got a great, great place to live, and I think it'll just add to that. But I tell you what, I think our guys are not done. I mean, I know I don't say that. Our guys are going to prepare to try to win on Sunday.
We're under 5 minutes. Question right here.
Coach, I know you just mentioned your daughter, Allie, and she's always wanted to share a moment like this. Tell me what kind of moment you guys shared after the game.
Well, she's something. My oldest daughter, Allie, is 28, has Down syndrome, and she was born when I was an assistant coach at University of Idaho working for Tim Floyd. And so Allie puts everything, trust me, in perspective. And she keeps us right on our toes all the time. It was so funny. We're fixing to play a game, and Allie has to eat at every game. And they were sitting right across, walking down the steps, and about 30 seconds before tip-off, I saw her walking down the steps with her pizza. All right, so she was more worried about getting something to eat at lunch. But it kind of puts a calmness to you. And, she'll look forward to a really big hug, that's for sure.
Right here, second row.
This one is for the players and Coach Davis. Guys, obviously this was one of the biggest upsets in NCAA tournament history, yet here you are looking very composed up on the podium. What's the general vibe in the locker room right now? Is it excited, nervous? What are you looking forward to coming up?
I'm sorry.
Let me. Reggie first, Perrin, Darnell, and we'll end with the coach.
I said the mood in the locker room it's definitely excited. Anytime you play a team who's picked to make a deep run and even win the national championship, and then you upset them like we did, you can't help but be excited. But we know that we have another big game Sunday against a very good Syracuse team. So as of right now, all of our attention is kind of shifted towards Syracuse.
And kind of like Reggie said, the locker room was definitely excited. Beating the number 2 seed, being the 15th seed, was just overwhelming. But at the same time, we here to win, and that's what we came to do, and that's what we prepared to do. And I just feel like me and my teammates, we straight hungry, and we feel like we got work to do. And so we're going to prepare like we did for Michigan State, and just to win the game.
Like you said, it's a great moment. We believe we can do it, but we gonna celebrate. But we also gonna prepare starting tomorrow for Syracuse. We just gonna enjoy the moment.
It starts with leadership. Our 3 seniors, Perrin and Darnell and Jaquan, who's not here, has just been fabulous. Reggie's been a 3-year starter here as a junior, so we're an experienced group. And it's just, but it wasn't over jubilation, which I liked. I thought those guys held themselves, and very excited, but we're looking forward to Sunday.
Right here.
Reggie, you said when you won Conference USA it was the greatest day of your life. Then selection at the selection show, you said today surpassed that. But how does today amount to the first 2?
It's easily like 10 times better. We've heard a lot about the 2012, 2013 team and how they made it to the play-in game against St. Mary's. So in the back of our heads, we were always thinking about trying to be a little bit better than that team, and just being able to share this moment and celebrate such a big win. It definitely takes the #1 spot as far as achievements.
Anything else from Middle Tennessee? All right, gentlemen, congratulations, and we will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. The lights are getting to me here.